Chaos, confusion, tension, and fear. In the past few days, something strange has been going on in New York City that sounds like it's straight out of a movie. Hasidic Jews and tunnels under a synagogue. That's the surprising story. Now, let's try to figure out what's really going on. Earlier this year, the peace of the Orthodox Jewish community in Brooklyn was shaken by an incredible discovery beneath one of its major synagogues. It all started when some residents alerted authorities about strange noises and movements coming from the underground of the building located at 770 Eastern Parkway. This led the New York City Council to conduct an emergency structural inspection to ensure the building was not in danger. What they found during the inspection left everyone stunned. An intricate network of secret tunnels extended beneath the synagogue. It turns out that these tunnels were dug without permission over the years. The police had to step in to close them for good. Everything would have proceeded normally if a group of young Orthodox Jews hadn't tried to prevent the workers from doing their job. Literally, a group of young Orthodox students physically confronted the workers and prevented them from sealing the entrances. The police had to step in to deal with the commotion that broke out. 12 people got arrested and are now in police custody. In the videos, you can see that the resistance was so strong that the New York City police had to use force to control those who really didn't want their tunnels closed for any reason. Madi Seligson, who speaks for the community.
This is a site that's of great importance for Jews all around the world.
Said the folks behind the tunnel have different beliefs and called the young ones extremists. But why? Are there more secret passages under other synagogues? And why work so hard to keep the police out? People have different ideas, from secret storerooms to possible torture rooms. However, before we delve deeper into that, I want to clarify that many of the theories that have surfaced carry inevitably anti-Semitic undertones. But that's not the direction I want this video to take, so let's be critical and stick to the facts before making any hateful comments, okay? In the end, it will be up to you to decide what opinion to form. It's undoubtedly a strange and alarming situation, but as of now, this is all we know. According to local news, the tunnel led them under the women's part of the synagogue, where there was a mikveh, a special Jewish bath for ritual cleaning. It's like a small pool used for a ceremonial dip to become pure. But it's still not clear why the young people were so attached to the place or what they were doing with the underground microphone because, from the videos, the tunnels didn't look very clean, to be honest. What's obvious is how upset the guys in the videos were when they saw the cement trucks and construction workers showing up. They protested, tried to block their way, and even broke the wooden walls covering the tunnel entrances to stop them from filling them with cement. And the pictures that came out next were even scarier. Mattresses covered in blood and baby strollers. In today's world, with the ongoing war, artificial intelligence, and deepfake stuff, we're in a real fight between what's true and what's not. And of course, the whole event and the discovery of this mysterious place have led to lots of conspiracy theories. Sadly, many of them, like I mentioned before, have some anti-Semitic ideas. Some extreme right-wing people are even saying the tunnels were being used for really awful things, like child trafficking. The truth is that the video they used to support those claims is, in fact, a tunnel inside a hospital in Gaza, posted in December of last year. But something we can't ignore is the images of mattresses with what appear to be bloodstains. What exactly was going on down there? This situation brought to many people's minds an iconic episode of Oprah, where she interviewed a Jewish woman accusing her family of engaging in child sacrifice practices along with other families. I get it. We're not going to delve into the Oprah topic, which we know has many more aspects. What's happening here is that since the whole thing is so bizarre, it gives rise to a lot of theories involving child abuse. The thing is, right now, we can't know for sure. We can keep guessing what they were doing down there, but we can also draw inferences as to why they built it in the first place. So according to some Hebrew news, these things weren't exactly tunnels. They were more like a passageway dug out from under the building, about 8 feet wide, 5 feet tall, and 60 feet long. These passages are the result of an ongoing disagreement between the Chabad Lubavitch community and a more extreme splinter group. The argument started over who owns the building that houses their headquarters. It's important to know that Menachem Mendel Schneerson, a leader in the Chabad Lubavitch movement, seen by some as a really important rabbi, used to work there. The splinter group believes he's the Messiah, but the main Chabad movement says he's not. The Jewish Chronicle says that back in 2006, a court decided that the main Chabad Lubavitch group had control over the building. Then, a small bunch from the Messianic group started building these underground passageways in 2006 to sneak into the building. When Chabad found out about the tunnels last year, they brought in a cement truck to seal them up, worried the building might get messed up. And that's what led to the recent protests and arrests. But okay, let's say that the Jewish community was already aware of these tunnels. What I'm about to tell you next will make this version even weirder and raise more doubts. So, what did they say from the New York Synagogue? Rabbi Mati Seligson mentioned that a group of young people broke the walls of the properties surrounding the synagogue and gained unauthorized access. Overall, members of the Chabad Lubavitch movement were upset about the vandalism by this group that damaged the synagogue. But what's particularly striking about this headline is that the spokesperson for Chabad Lubavitch said it was a group of extremist students who secretly made this tunnel in secret. Massive construction under everyone's feet in the synagogue, and now they're saying nobody knew? Even worse, why change the story? There are a lot of things here that really raise a lot of questions. It turns out that the tunnels were actually used by the men who go or used to go to the synagogue in New York. However, the reason for what they were used for is still unknown. Meanwhile, what we do know is that the whole thing got uncovered. The most accepted theory behind the construction of these tunnels, according to this Reddit post, is quite complicated and revolves around the internal disputes I mentioned earlier. So, in short, there's this Hasidic Jewish community whose leader passed away in the 90s. Before he died, he wanted to expand the headquarters, but after he was gone, things got messy. There have been ongoing arguments about whether to appoint a new leader and how to move forward. A small group within the community thinks they should keep honoring the leader like he's still alive, including making the headquarters bigger. And when I say, like he's alive, they actually believe that Rabbi Menachem Schneerson, the Messiah for some, is hidden, or more like kidnapped in the building. They started building a tunnel to expand the headquarters without getting the right permissions or being careful about it. The refusal to shut it down might be about faith, sticking to their leader's wishes, or trying to rescue him from the supposed kidnapping. But it could also involve something much darker. Finally, the investigations are still ongoing and no one can exactly explain what was going on in those tunnels. However, gradually, disturbing details are emerging that make people fear the worst. Hopefully, the truth will come to light. As always, if you liked the video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with what's happening in the world. See you next time.